Welcome to Python Fundamentals. Build a simple calculator. In this lesson, we will learn how to use Python to perform basic math. A simple calculator is a great way to start programming. You will learn how to write code, get input, and use Python for calculations. Let us get started. Running the cell now. Try to think of a calculation you use every day. We will automate it. Why Python and calculators? Python is an easy language to learn. Calculators help us understand how computers make decisions and do math. Today, you will build your very first calculator program. Running the cell now. Like the video so far? Let me know in the comments. We will begin with simple addition in Python. This comment says we are doing some basic math. We are adding two numbers here. The result is stored in the variable a. This prints the result so we can see it. Running the cell now. Try changing these numbers to practice. Now, let us subtract one number from another. We are showing a subtraction example. Subtracting 4 from 10. The answer is saved in B. We print it to see the answer. Running the cell now. What happens if you swap the numbers? Try it. Let us multiply and divide numbers next. This is a comment about multiplication and division. We multiply 3 times 4 and store the result. We divide 8 by 2 and store the result. Now, we print the multiplication result. Here, we print the division result. Running the cell now. Great! Experiment with different numbers below. What are variables? Variables in Python are like boxes that store information. You can use variables to hold numbers, words, and more. Running the cell now. What would you name a box to hold your age? Let us see how we can store values in variables. This comment asks us to assign values. We put 5 in a variable called x. We put 7 in y. We are adding x and y, and storing in result. Let us print it to check what we got. Running the cell now. You can make your own variable names. Try one now. We can ask someone to type a number using input. This comment shows we will get a number from the user. This asks for a number and stores the typed text in user_num. Let us print what the user typed. Running the cell now. Practice, try typing in a word. What do you see? Input from users comes in as text. We need to convert it to a number for math. Here we remind ourselves what we are about to do. We get input from the user and store it as user_num. We turn user_num into an integer so we can do math. Now, we add 5 and show the answer. Running the cell now. Try a big number as your input this time. Like, subscribe, and share if you are finding this helpful. Picking a math operation. Let us help the user pick what math to do. We will let them choose, add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Running the cell now. Can you think of more math operations to add? We will ask what the user wants the calculator to do. The comment sets up our goal. We prompt the user for math type. The answer is stored in operation. Let us see what they type by printing it. Running the cell now. Try typing multiply or something unexpected and see the print. Let us get two numbers to use in our calculation. This is a comment about asking for numbers. We prompt for the first number and convert it to an integer. We prompt for the second number and also convert to integer. We print both so we know what was picked. Running the cell now. Practice, try small numbers, or try a negative number. It is time to decide what to calculate, based on what the user chose. We are writing a comment about math choices. If the user typed add, we add the numbers. We store that answer. If they typed subtract, we subtract. Store this result too. If multiply, we multiply. That result gets stored. If divide, we divide. This is used if they typed something else. If nothing matches, our answer is unknown operation. Finally, print the answer for the user to see. Running the cell now. Try all 4 operations to see what happens. Handling mistakes. What if someone types something wrong or divides by 0? Let us make our calculator safer by catching these mistakes. Running the cell now. Practice, what other errors can you think of? Let us catch common problems, like dividing by 0, or typing errors. This comment is about error handling. We use try to start watching for mistakes. We check if the user wanted to divide by 0. If so, we warn them not to do that. If not, try the math. Handle adding. Print result of addition. Handle subtraction. Print result of subtraction. Handle multiplication. Print multiplication answer. Handle division. Print the division answer. If not a known type, tell them. Print warning if they typed something unexpected. If an error happens, we print what went wrong. This keeps our calculator from crashing. Running the cell now. Try dividing by 0. The program should not crash. Let us bundle our calculator into a function for neatness. This starts our function definition. Our calculator now takes input numbers and an operation as arguments. If they want addition, return sum. If subtraction, return that. If multiply, return the product. If divide, check if num2 is 0. If 0, give warning. If not, divide and return the answer. If it is not any of these, return unknown operation. This is the end of our function. Here we call the calculator function for 10 times 5 and store the result. Let us print that answer now. Running the cell now. Try calling your function with new numbers. Now we use our calculator function with numbers and operation from the user. Our comment says we are taking user input now. We prompt for and convert the first number. Prompt for and convert the second number. Ask which operation the user wants. We use all 3 answers to call our calculator. The result is shown to the user. Running the cell now. Try the word divide and enter 0 for the second number. A real calculator can be used many times. Let us add a loop so you can do more calculations. We are starting a mini project. This line reminds us. Loop forever, until stopped. Prompt for the first number and store. Prompt for the second number and store. Ask which operation or if they want to quit. If they want to quit, say goodbye to the user. Escape the loop and end. Otherwise use our calculator function. Show the answer. Draw a line to keep things neat. Running the cell now. Test several operations in a row. Remember to type quit when you are done. Let us put all our hard work into one easy function. We start by updating our calculator. This comment is our guide. A new function named pretty_calculator. A welcome message says hello. Our loop keeps running until stopped. Start a try block to catch mistakes. Ask for the first number and turn it into an integer. Ask for the second number and do the same. Ask which math or if they want to quit. If quit, say goodbye. Break the loop to end. Run the operation and get a result. Print the answer to the user. Add dashes to separate tries. If any error happens, show a friendly message. Now we call our friendlier calculator. Running the cell now. What else would you add to make it even friendlier? Sometimes, users type something that is not a number. Let us fix that with error handling. We are debugging now. We wrap our inputs in try to watch for problems. Multiply by 2 and print. This will work only if input is a number. If input was not a number, show a helpful message. Running the cell now. Try typing a word or symbols, then a correct number. Let us try something new, raising numbers to a power. This is a challenge for you. We are adding a new math skill. A function to raise the first number to the power of the second. Use 2 asterisks to represent exponents in Python. Here we test it with 2 and 3. Running the cell now. Update your calculator to support powers if you want. Let us remember what we have covered today before we finish. This comment is for our big recap. We are making a list of things we now understand. First concept, math operations. Second, variables and how to get data. Third, preventing errors. Fourth, using functions. Fifth, repeating things with loops. Sixth, making it nice for users. Let us print each item in our list. Running the cell now. Now you can build your own calculators. Congratulations! You just built your first calculator program. Keep experimenting and try making your own features. If you liked this lesson, please like this video. Comment below. Subscribe for more. Share with your friends. Running the cell now. Thank you for learning with me today. See you in the next lesson.